Welcome everybody, I'm Ben Schaefer with Ben Schaefer Realty and Ed and Ben Schaefer Auctioneers. Let's talk about conventional real estate market for a little bit because that's a large piece of Ben Schaefer Realty and as well as Ed and Ben Schaefer Auctioneers because we're one together, we work for a common goal and that common goal is to sell your property, whether it's via the auction method. And there's reasons that you choose the auction method, but there's also reasons that you go with the conventional method of marketing. And once we meet with you and analyze your property and more importantly, interview you, we'll be able to determine which route is potentially best for you. But one of the things that happens in the conventional market, we have in this business, I will call them volume listers. Nationally, the average is only 30 to 35% of all homes sell the first time they're on the market. I'm proud to say that we sell 85% of the homes that we list the first time they're on the market. One of the reasons is we're upfront. We're very honest when it comes to our valuation of our seller's home. You may want to hear that your house is worth $180, but if I truly believe it's only worth $150,000, it's my job to tell you that. If I tell you otherwise, I'm not doing you a good job. In this business, there's several different agencies and most of us have the same playbook. Some of them are volume listers. The main thing they want to see is their sign in the yard. That's not our focus. Our focus is not just necessarily a sign in the yard. Really, what are they doing? Are they marketing your property or are they marketing themselves? Our job is to sell your property. Our job is to sell your property for as much money as we possibly can. We work on commission. It's no secret. But what we want to do is we want to work hand in hand with you, and that starts with a clear communication between us and our clients, between us and our sellers. You'll ask us what we think it's worth, we'll tell you. If you don't like it, and if you want to try another route, by all means, we will wish you luck. But our job is to sell the property, and it's to sell it for the most we can, but we also have to be realistic in expectations. Most of the time, sellers are very emotional when it comes to selling their home. Our job is to remove all those emotions. Our job is to come in there with a clear head and help lead you into a successful transaction and a successful sale. So you'll see a lot of times folks or other real estate brokerages, they'll agree with you. Yep, your property should be selling for $180,000 because that's what you told them. You let them into that question. 6 months down the road, you wonder why you've dropped the price to $174,000 or $164,000 or even lower, and it still hasn't sold. You have about a 45-day window where you're getting the most exposure for your property. Those 45 days are the most important days that your property has on the market. It's no secret that when we do an auction, we're looking at a 35 to 42-day marketing window. It's no difference in the conventional world. The one thing that we're experts on is selling. We don't just list a house to list it, we list it to sell it. And we combine both our conventional real estate expertise as well as our 50, 60 years in the auction industry to come to that conclusion. We want to sell your property. Let me give you an example of why auctions work, particularly real estate auctions. Per se, you come to us and you have a 100-acre farm that you want to sell. We have data, we have comps, we'll back it up. We can give you a suggested listing price. We are the resident experts, so you would take that our suggested listing price would be accurate and would be right. Let me give you an example though where the auction method truly worked into our seller and into our client's favor. We had 140 acres recently in Coshocton County, Ohio, that we went and looked at. We had all the data, and by talking to the owners and with the data we had, we kind of was under the assumption it was a $750,000 property. We talked about the different things. We could put it on the market for $749,000, but they wanted to understand the true discovery of true market value. So with that being said, we decided to conduct a real estate auction. We took these 140 acres, we broke it into 5 tracts. Auction day shows up. 77 registered bidders, pouring down the rain, cold, 34 degrees. This property that our sellers, high expectations, would have sold the property for $700,000. When the hammer dropped, as they say in the auction business, I was able to say, sold. Ladies and gentlemen, we sold the 140 acres today for $1,379,000. If we would have listed that property conventionally, or if they would have listed it conventionally, they would have been happy to accept $750,000. They would have left over $600,000 on the table. Here at Ben Schaefer Realty and Ed Ben Schaefer Auctioneers, we're all about the people. The peoples who has made us who we are today. We genuinely care about the communities that we serve and the communities that we live in. So if you're interested in a free evaluation or to have us come out and see what goods you have potentially to put up for auction, feel free to give us a call. Phone number is 740-305-5054, or feel free to reach me on my cell at 740 584-7253. Check us out on our Facebook pages. Please feel free to check us out on our websites, www.benschaferrealty.com and www.edandbenschafer.com. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you've been a great crowd. I appreciate one and all of you. We hope to see you at an auction near you where I can say, sold.